Welcome guys, 20th of June market update. Yesterday we had we didn't have it, it was market close, so we didn't have much more of movement. But today I guess we're gonna have some volatility happening both ways, either way, just because it's the last day of the week. And before of the weekend, we all know that they like to trap some price action. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna work and which way we're gonna go. There is some potential to go higher a little bit, but so far on the long and short ratio, we are bit middling still constantly. We are kind of visual in the same area for a while. So a little bit more on the shorts percentage wise, but technically we are a little bit middling. So it's not much to say about it. Ratio is a little bit higher on the long, so that's maybe a little bit more positive for it, but so far not much to say. But the volatility is gonna be coming, I guess, soon. I have a feeling that we're gonna see some more bigger movements, so that's gonna be fine and cool to see. Then let's see how the liquidation heat map looks like. We grind through the bigger pocket above us, and we still have some more things to grab. On a low time frame, there is possibility to go lower, but so far, if we're not gonna break anything to the downside, then it's still fine and potential to go higher. Let's have a look on 1 week. Still some more higher liquidity left to grab, so that's fine. There's potential to go higher. There is bigger pocket below us, but we didn't fully grab, and they stuck a little bit more. Either way, we was holding the price action through 2-3 days already, when that kind of that price action what we had. Not much movement happening, and right now we had a pop. We grabbed most of it, and we still, if we're gonna flip the 107.4, then we might go even higher, and I guess we're gonna get the resistance on the 110 as well at the same time. So there is potential to go higher. That's fine, that's great. But if we start to break anything below 105 and then start to aim for 104, then I guess we're gonna grab the leftover bigger pocket below us. That's it on a higher time frame. Gonna look quite the same, a little bit bigger. Yeah, the resistance above us is still there, of course, the biggest pocket what we left behind already, so that we're gonna aim as well, but only when we're gonna get and regain 109. So if we're gonna create a new high on that one, then we will aim for 110 and the rest of the liquidity what's above it. So that's gonna be great to see. If not, we start failing to the downside, then the rest, like we mentioned it already for like a couple weeks, 102 and 101 still on the table to grab, to wick into it, and then continue higher, or we can leave it and still can go without it, right? That's all possible. And on the bid side, we had that grind, that price action for a couple days already, and we kind of holding the structure on it, and now we got a pop to above, and we grabbed the 118 bits. Yeah, around, they pulled a little bit lower but I guess we pulled them a little bit higher on it, and we aiming for 150 Bitcoin, but it still didn't get grabbed, so we might do it again. If not, we start failing right now, then we're gonna go lower. Eventually, if we're gonna start holding 104, then we still have potential to go higher. Fail the previous structure, then we might see lower price action again, because they've been all kind of a little bit pulled before we went higher below us, and the rest, like the lowest bids are around that's already 100k and 102 even. So yeah, there is still things to do. We still have the biggest wall above us. They still didn't pull it, so if you're gonna come close to it, watch out if they're gonna stack more to it, or they're gonna start to pull the bids on it. So far there is resistance, there is some push to the downside if you're gonna start to come close to it. So there is quite a lot of things to do to regain the structure and go higher for all-time high either way, right? So that's on the bids. Let's switch this over and pull up the wicks. We had a push up, and I was quite scary when we saw that we might even go higher for 24, but eventually we start to go sideways a little bit. Right now we are holding the 19 area. That's fine, but I would like to see it go a little bit lower and start to go to aim again for the 15. Then the whole market might have a break up and do some nice things. So far, technically, if you look at the oscillator, I don't like that it fits with the areas that we had a reverse on it. So that's might even give you a little bit more positivity in the market. But if not, we're gonna see some movement upside to 21 or 24. Then yeah, eventually it gonna retrace a little bit more. So keep that in mind. I would like to see it through the weekend or after the weekend see below the 19 technically. So that's what I'm aiming for. Dixie, not much been changed. We broke the whole structure, so there is potentially reversal coming in. Do that go higher, retest the previous swing and fail that, so that will be fine. But if that happened, market might a little bit retrace a little bit more. I would like to see it. I just want to go and see this going to 89 straight. But if we're gonna have that, I'm not sure. So far on the weekly, we might see any little bit reversal on that one coming in. But watch out for it. If it starts to tank around 100 or 101, then yeah, we might see some actions going on in the market. Total, yeah, we technically grinding to the downside a little bit more on that one. The close wasn't that pretty, but still we holding the levels what we actually should hold. If we start to hold that and reverse, then yeah, market might do some nice things on it. So far, with a little bit grinding, it's still unfortunate. XG still going higher and higher, so that's great for gold holders or traders. Eventually, if PEX is going higher, that means that Bitcoin is gonna go a little bit or sideways or lower or retrace a little bit more. Let's see how we're gonna start to close on the weekly or on the daily. There is some potential to go a little bit lower on the oscillator, but on the on-chain, we might see any reversal on that one coming in. So that's going to be quite interesting to see if we start to go below 3.3. Okay, so if we start to break the structure, then we might see some bigger retracement on gold, and yeah, market might go even higher. Then I would prefer to see that. If not, if we start to climb up and regain 3.5, then I guess we will go higher on gold. So that's gold. Then dominance, it's as well interesting because dominance is still climbing up and still going higher. I'm really thinking that we might pop the high as well on it if we start to grind higher and yeah, not even breaking anything to the downside on it. So we might pop it and go even a little bit higher on that one. But eventually for alts, that's not gonna be that pretty. We want it to tank together with or the dominance we want to tank, and Bitcoin want to climb higher, and the alts will pop. So far it looks like we will go and keep it only on Bitcoin. We're gonna see it a little bit later on the metric bundle. I'm gonna show you that. So far, yeah, I guess we're gonna pop the high. If we start to break anything below 64%, then we might see some alts going ballistic. I would like to see that for a change because they had quite a nice hit lately. So, but interesting as well. Bitcoin volume in 24 hours. We didn't see a bigger spike since quite a long time. So I'm not sure if we are preparing for something like this to go quite heavily on the volume. That would be nice if we start to see bigger spikes on that one. I'm quite interesting how that's going to play out after the summer, or maybe around the summer-ish as well area. So let's see. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. It's quite interesting for me to look at it. And then bot. That's what I knew before the recording started. I was looking at it and I was thinking that we might see the pop of buy signal who's gonna flash right now on the 4-hour or on the 1-hour. Sorry, if the 1-hour start to close a little bit lower, if it starts to retrace, then we might see the buy signal, and technically that's gonna be a perfect counter trade because all of the metrics are quite high above the 60 area, and we will see the reversal as well on the oscillator coming in, so that might be a perfect counter trade. We might go a little bit higher or to wick in like we always kind of is doing, like after the signal it's popping in. So but still that might be the perfect trade because we are coming quite in the daily mid-range area as well, and we failing that constantly right now. But the regain of the day and the weekly was perfect, was really good, was really aggressive. But let's see if we're gonna hold it, and we're gonna carry on still higher. Either way, we're gonna pop the signal, but eventually this is the more chance to go to have the counter trade right now on it. Then metrics bundle, the bulls took it a little bit over after the 2 days grind. So far we got 50 and 100 X's. There is one more left above us. Let's see if we're gonna grab that one, and that's gonna fit perfectly with the bearish retest of the previous swing. If we start to fail that and we're gonna go lower, then I would suggest to hold the point of control. That would be really nice if you have a bounce again from it and continue, just because that's the biggest volume control points so far what we have on 4-hour. If we start coming below that again and start to fail any structure we built through 2 days long already, then we're gonna grab the rest of the 150x below us. So far it doesn't look like, so far it looks like we're gonna go higher. Eventually the bulls are taking over, the oscillator is aiming to go even higher. We still have some room to run. Either way, the on-chain and on the capital flow index, large caps are quite heavy on 39%. 40-ish a little bit, so there is potential to go even higher, right? We still have some room to run. Then we have the shitcoins as well, picking up a little bit more. Stablecoins fail, so that's great. So all of the money is coming back into the market. That's awesome to see. And alts are a little bit behind, but that's just because it's Bitcoin driven move so far. If the large caps start to retrace, then the alts will pick up heavily as well, I guess, on that one. So I'm waiting for that as well. So that's going to be great to see how the Friday is going to close today as well, how heavy it's going to be, or if we're going to hold the price action and continue through the weekend as well. That would be great. And looking at the ecosystems, we have the taxes are quite heavy, so that's quite popular as well. DeFi is still middling together with the AI coins and exchange, so great stuff. So still popular. The rest is kind of is still middling, not much popularity coming into it. Maybe they're gonna be turning over, but so far doesn't look like. Funny to see that the USDT finally broke down and start to retrace a little bit. That means that the money outflow is coming in the market. Hopefully, we are not sure if it's coming into the market or people are just taking it out. That might be as well. Hype retrace a little bit more as well. That's obvious because we had quite a nice pullback on that one. Dixie pickup, that's obvious as well, just because the large caps went a little bit lower. So Dixie went higher, of course. I would like to see Dixie still failing and go lower, and that the large caps pick it up. Then USDT, it's a little bit higher than previously, so that one is a little bit changing the position with USDT as well. And I mean, the biggest meme coins and so kind of is the alts are still below the middle point, so the flip on that one still need to come on the daily side, right? So that's quite interesting to look on. Now let's go and see what Bitcoin is doing and what we did in a couple of days and what we are aiming for. So far, what I've been mentioning, we are richly hit the daily mid area of the range. So that's quite a resistance area, a little bit above us as well. We have the previous swing. So technically, if you pull our famous super fibs, we still have some room to run to fail that. If we start to regain that, that will be great, because that's going to be the first regain of the high that we didn't do since quite a long time already. But then another resistance is still around the 110. So we have a lot of things to do to go higher. So far, I would like to see it through the weekend that we might grind it higher, one more failure, and then go something like that. If not, if we start to fail that right now, then fail the June, go to February, and have a bigger swing on it. But the best part will be to take the first resistance out of it, so create a new high, come lower, and then go higher. That will be really good for Bitcoin. Not so much for alts, but still for Bitcoin. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. If we didn't fail the June still and we regaining it constantly, we are really flirting with it. It starts to be a little bit annoying how strongly it holds kind of ish, and we regain that constantly. So I'm not sure if February and 101 or 102 it's still on the table, but so far we are grinding higher and yeah, positioning to go either way for the next high. Oh, that would be nice. 4 hour, we still have some room to run, right? 1 hour, yeah, we can retrace, but that could be even to go to the daily, retest that, and have a continuation to go higher. That's all still possible because that's been left behind. We didn't regain that or retest that. I mean, sorry. So that's still on the table to do and to go higher for the swing failure of the super fib, then another one, create higher low, and then build it up to go higher. If that's going to happen, then we might even have a chance to take out the wall, what's above us. If not, then we're going to see some bigger retracement to February. If that's going to hold us, then continuation it is. Or either way, the bigger range, right? If you're going to play this for a while, it's still possible because we kind of is doing it already since May, beginning of May area, right? So there is still possibility to go sideways on a bigger movement on Bitcoin. So the alts might pick it up finally on it as well. So that will be really cool to see them go and do some nice things. So far on the Bitcoin, it's not much to say. If we're gonna still hold the literally the daily, because we had a nice above June close, that's fine. We regain technically the weekly right now. If you start holding that and go higher, then it's still fine. But a retest of the daily, it's fine, nothing major, and it's great to see, and then bounce from it and go higher, right? To literally retest the 1077 or even regain the high of that structure. That would be really great. So far, it's a stupid fib, right? So please keep that in mind. Stu will be quite vocal about it if we're gonna come close to it. So it is a stupid fib so far. If you're gonna regain that, then the next one might be possibility as well to go higher with the small pullback, create a higher low, and off we go. That will be really nice to see. Then hype, that was quite a nice retrace, perfect as well. It hit some orders of my, still nothing major yet. We still can go a little bit lower on that one, just because of the liquidity what's below us, created with all of those movements. There is possibility to go a little bit lower on the daily. If you look at that oscillator, yes, we had a nice bull diff on it, but still there is some room to go a little bit lower on it. If not, if we start to reverse on that one and create a new bullish candle close, then regain of the weekly and all-time high. Again, 50-ish area. I'm aiming for between 54-50 for the new high position. And if we're gonna have a pullback with structural holds again, then we're gonna have a continuation. If we start to break from that point of resistance, then that might be the all-time high for it. So far, still great. We still didn't break anything major on it. We still holding the liquidation band on it, so great. So that one is a no-brainer for longing it constantly till we're gonna see major breakout from June to the downside. If we start to close anything below 30 bucks, then I will be not really worried, but I will consider shorting big time for to go lower, to grab the leftovers what we've been grinding it from April already. I don't think that's gonna happen now. We're still aiming to go higher, so there is not even talk about shorting it yet. But that's on hype. Same thing on per. If guys, you trade the hype, then you should trade per as well. On hyperliquid, it's exactly the same thing. If hype is going, then per is going twice as hard and twice as quick. And same with retrace, we had as well on per. That one regained it quite heavily as well. Start to do it, retest of the daily, and off you go on that one. That's what I'm aiming right now for per. If so, then I'm gonna take that long. The bots are already switched off from the short, so they are already out of the position and waiting for a sign to go long on that one on hyperliquid. If not, then I'm gonna go manually on it. I just want to have a look on ETH as well, and then I'm gonna read the chat. ETH still holding the 2.48, so that's great. Regaining the, oh my god, that's quite a clutter of May, I guess, September, November, and there is one more May, I guess, level. I'm not sure. And right now we're going for the weekly. If we start to flip weekly, then we go for Q4 and we will start to go higher to see if we can have a new high on it. If not, if that's the failure, then retest of any of the levels and go higher. I was talking with Smiley lately as well and Smyrn about it, and the only thing, weekly looks quite rough on the on ETH, but don't look at that one. We are kind of aiming for 2 positions of on it. If we start to break anything below the biggest levels what we are holding right now, then the ByBit is incoming and we might see this kind of price action on it. What's still good, but it's gonna take a little bit longer, right, to play out. If we're gonna see any kind of new high and bigger volume candle close, then we might spike again. We do one more leg up and then we start to grind inside of those bigger levels to go higher, right? So those 2 things are a little bit more positive. One is better than another one. It all depends how this price is going to hold and regain its own position, because so far on the weekly it looks rough. It doesn't look pretty. Daily is a little bit better, right? We do the higher highs from it, so we're still holding the structure. We didn't break either way right now, and this bull diff is quite strong. So I'm really assuming we're gonna do one more leg up, hold the yearly, and then grind a little bit to the side, and then do that again. Same thing what we did over here. That's stepwise going lower constantly. We might do it exact the same thing to the upside, right? So that's my takeaway on ETH so far. I'm not gonna bash it down. It's not a meme, I know. So far, so good. And now let me have a look on the chat. If you guys have any altcoins that you want to look through, let me know. USDT. Don't mind me the lines, I know, but still, yeah. Dominance still can go a little bit higher on that one. I guess we will see Q3 if that start to climb. So yeah, possibility that the market will have a bigger cool off if that start to go a little bit higher. The next one need 3M. Cool. Is the audio still good, guys? Because I see that some people don't have an audio. I hope it's good. At least it's recording it, so that's fine. That should be good. Okay. All right, that works. All right, cool. Okay. Then let's have a go and see how the list is doing. So we see some kind of positivity in the market. That's great. Some of the coins are doing better than other ones. Let's see if we're gonna keep on doing that by holding the daily and climb a little bit higher. If we start to grind, then the rest will follow as well. Not the biggest moves maybe, but still it's good to see some positivity after 2-3 days of dead silence and weird price action, I guess. And Solana, I'm still aiming that we will, yeah, that's kind of holding it nicely right now. We regained the Q3, so that's fine. That's perfect. Now we need to hold the daily. If we start to hold daily and climb higher, regain the March, you know, you need to do it level by level already, because we've been quite breaking it down quite heavily to the downside. And now if you take it level by level, it's great. Only way that's gonna be positive to go higher on that one. And flip the Q4 and then aim for June. We might see a small retrace on and before that, and then another bigger movement to go higher for November, because that one been quite heavily to the downside and pushed us quite heavily lower. Think you have a good weekend, big. Yeah, options expire today as well. Yeah, so that's why I said watch out for the volatility. There might be some movements in the market up and down either way. Some trappy price action as well, so watch out for that. It's all considered, especially because it's Friday as well. We didn't have yesterday the market open, so there is a lot of going on today. It's a quite overheated day, I guess you can say. So watch out for it, that you're not gonna be trapped in some of the price action or in some trades through the weekend that you don't like to be in it. AVAX is still failing. Yeah, unfortunate. We need to regain quite heavily the weekly, definitely. So that's the aim. On most of the coins, the weekly is gonna be the aim to regain, to go higher. So that's a little bit. What's the max pain, sir? That's a good one. The max pain. I didn't have a look on that one. In the trap. Yeah. Let me have a look. Max pain. Gee. Exactly, Eagle. Exactly. So yeah, that's for Bitcoin. ETH is a little bit more. Yeah. Let's have a keep in mind how that's gonna play out and what it will do to the market. But so far, it's gonna be a volatile one. You said trio is ripping, 27%. Yeah, nice. Oh, very nice. Finally, some movement. Still, like I mentioned as well, it's not much to say about it till we're gonna technically flip May and June. You want that to have a continuation, because still we can come close to it and fail again like we used to do over here, right? So we still can have continuation. If that's not going to be flip, then yeah, next levels it's still not yet going to be gained or valid to see. You want that to flip it. That was the failure. Quite significant as well. So you want to flip that. Well, let's see. That would be nice. So far, yeah, we're holding it. It would be nice to see do some nice things. Some people might be happy about it. And so far, Sui, I guess as well, it's grinding and trying to hold on March. That's the most important. If we start to fail that, then Q2 it's gonna be on the table eventually. But yeah, same thing. Flip the weekly. Either way, higher as well, because the 3.1 is the high what we fail, and we need to regain that. So some of the coins are even a little bit below than June. So there's a lot of things to do on some alts. So be aware of that as well, and please keep in mind that either way we still can go a little bit lower on some of them. And if we see any bigger regain on the levels and definitely on the structure, then that's your positivity and your sign that we might go even higher. Before that, if we start to break anything lower, then yeah, there's no talk about it to have bigger swings on them. Keep that in mind, please, especially after the volatility today, what might happen. And yeah, And as well, like if you want to attach that as well, the war, what's going on, or any negativity in the news affects that as well, right? Yeah, I can. I mean, mm. So yeah, if PAX starts to go higher and we start to regain some of the 3.4, either way, if you start to close above that and start to grind higher, the thing is you want to watch out for weekly, because that was the failure on PAX, right? You really want to regain that to go higher either way. If not, that might be either way your bearish retest, just because we broke the structure. Yeah, a little bit. It's not a high time frame structure, but a low time frame. So you still can see this happening, right? If you're gonna do that and then go sideways. But weekly is your aim as well, like on most of the coins. That's the aim, to regain, to go higher, and then eventually we still didn't even come close to 3.5, what we did as the highest point on it. But we could grind it, right? We still could do that little bit sideways movement, grind, hold the price action that we're doing, so something over here, right? This might even happen, right? And then do another leg, and that's maybe gonna be the second failure of it. Yeah, let's see. So far it's good, it's still positive, it's still continue. So we're holding it. We didn't break anything major, like on the, for example, on the daily, wise or on the higher time frame. We are starting to get to on the oscillator on it, that we are quite overheated, but not that heavy, right? And that bull diff over here, it's as well significant. So yeah, that's the gold takeaway. What's hype doing? Holding, yeah, retracing. We still can hold 3.6. Let's see if that's gonna be the continuation to go to the weekly again. If not, then previous weekly still didn't been retest. That's really freaking weird. I mean, not weird, but great for the coin, because they're holding it quite strong. It's been like 2 weeks that we didn't come close to it. We went around that. So yeah, any retest of that one may and take us a little bit higher. If not, June again will hold us, right? Because we've been there already, only twice retested. So it still could be strong to hold us and regain and go higher. So there is some positivity in it to have some bigger swings on things. Let's see how Bitcoin's gonna behave. So far, we are coming back to retest 104.8. That's gonna be around the daily as well, right? We're gonna close the fair value gap on the 4-hour, and let's see if that's gonna hold us to go either way higher. If that start to fail, like watch out for the failure on the daily. If we start to close anything, and that's gonna be definitely a sneaky close as well, watch the 4-hour close around the daily, because if you start to close that, then there is not much to hold us, because the 104.2 been already tested, right? And then maybe the structure on 103.8 on 1 hour. How does it look like? Yeah, that's the only one that could even hold us still. Technically not, but I'm still aiming that we might see some stop on it around that area. And then if not, then of course the February is still on the table. February, and that's 102, 101 level, right? What I'm aiming for on Bitcoin. To have a bigger swing, to go higher. That's the aim for now, to hold daily, regain the swing, and you might go and hit the stupid fib, right? So that's as well the next resistance, what we are forming above us. And eventually the bits what are set on Bitcoin are over here, so a little bit above the structure. So that's give me a little bit positivity that we might regain the structure. We're gonna come close and hit the bits around that area, so we start to close above it, so we might create a higher high for a continuation to go higher. Either way, we're not gonna regain and hit those bits in one go, because they're quite heavy. They will push us a little bit lower to create a lower high, and then off we go. Sorry, higher low, and off we go. Right? That's a little bit the takeaway what I'm looking for. So yeah, if you guys have any coins to look at it, let me know. Or if anyone want to jump in the on the stage of the mentors. My voice is killing me. A little bit too much AC lately. Yeah, so right now, as we look at the at the bids, we have a little bit more coming in around 105, so that's a little bit above the daily open, right? But we are looking at it, we're coming close to it. Let's see if that's gonna be the push that to get us to 107 to regain the structure and go higher. But yeah, there are some things going on. Still, the wall is intact, and that's gonna keep stacking, I guess, because lately what I'm seeing, they start to add a little bit more to it. Yeah, nothing changed from yesterday, but yeah, they're still start to grow. Yeah, we still have some potential to grab around 105. That's above the daily. That's great. If you keep holding this structure, what we built for a couple days as support, that's great. Then we might see the continuation in it. And where is the pencil over here? I like to draw. Where is it? Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, never mind. So yeah, let's see if we're gonna go and reach 107. That's your next area, right? When the bits are laying down over there, and then it's from 107. If we start to regain that swing, what brought us to 103.2, that failure over here. If we start to regain that, then we might take a first hit at the wall. So that would be really fun to see. Yeah, that was a quite significant magnet over here. Go and grab it. And even when we went higher, 220, okay, nice. And the 150, we didn't regain. Cool. So yeah, let's see if we start to pull some things, especially on the wall. If you guys see anything that this wall, like on a lower time frame, 1 minute, definitely start to get pulled, please let us know in the chat as well, through the weekend or through. What did you post? It was, yeah, I saw that. I was talking about it. Series for 1 hour. Yeah, we have the signal. Yeah, that's why it's already set. So that's good. So over here we have the sell signal, and that's potential already. Like I mentioned as well, reversal sign came in, and even the trend change. So yeah, short it is. This is the counter trade. What I was said to you. Yep. Me tingle. Yeah, it is. So good to know. We have the signal already. It's set, and we start to turn around. So let's see how deep we're gonna go. If that's gonna be only to daily retest, yeah, let's see. But so far, this is the counter trade. Keep a nice tight stop loss on it, and off we go. Cool. So far, that's on 1 hour. 4 hour. Where are we? Yeah, 4 hour. We still around the weekly. Start failing that in daily June, and let's see how the structure is gonna hold after that. So that's gonna be quite interesting. Same on hype. We technically on a lower time frame, 1 hour, we regain a little bit of the structure. Right now, we need to hold it. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that because we did that technically as well previously over here, and we pushed it a little bit lower. So we might even see anything going lower. 1066, yeah, nice. That's a nice tight one. 1066, yeah. Yeah, exactly above the wick. So great. That's what you should always do, guys. Keep the wicks in mind as a stop loss. I always do that as well. A little bit front run, a little bit higher than the wick, and then off you go on it. Yeah, great stuff. What you having here, Bitcoin 1 hour? Oh, those are the orders of you. Jesus, bro, can you put a little bit more lines on it next time? My goodness. Like, wasn't there enough lines for you to put? Boy. And you selling what, like every single 100 bucks? You sell something, yeah? If I'm correct. They are stuck a little bit, so I'm not sure if that's correct. 48 orders only. Oh, nice. Good, sir. 48 orders only. Yeah, nice. That's a ladder in. That's a proper ladder in, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice one. But yeah, that's how you do it, guys, as well. That's a proper ladder. Yeah, exactly. Every 50 even. Take another 0.1 BC. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Then you are sure you're not going to be skipped, right? uh, Definitely some of the orders will be hit. Great stuff. Great, great, great. There was something about cookie, I guess. Cookie. Yeah, I've been mentioning that on as well on my stream. It's quite perfect coming into the biggest super flip, so you can start loading into it. You have still some room to run, but if you look at the daily, there is potentially a little bit more room to run. But on the oscillator, you are starting to turn around, and if you're gonna see any reversal sign on that one, same as here, then that's your big sign to, to go for it, because you are technically you're still holding the bigger time structure on it. So that's great. The retrace on that one was perfect. Holding May, see the reversal on it, and off you go. Make sure you take the TPs on the way up, and that's how you play it eventually. Because that one is a quite good one. I've been mentioning that one as well on my stream lately. I saw some potential into it. Per as well. Oh, look at that. That's almost hit my target. But still, let's see. But that's on the daily 4 hour can, yeah, if you're gonna start retrace, it maybe hit it as well. I'm not sure. You need to check the hyperliquid. But yeah, this was a little bit too perfect. But like I said, if you take the trade on the hyperliquid or on the hype, you exact the same trade you can take on per as well. Speaking about hyperliquid, today is gonna be a lucky day, guys, because Zoo is gonna cover every single thing about it on his stream. So I would suggest you to be there, to listen, and to copy it as well, because that's gonna help you a lot. Trade with convention. Yeah. Cover the things he know, right? Yeah. He will, yeah. Not everything. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, you never know. Maybe you learn something for his stream, or he's gonna give us new ideas, new opinions, new ways of trading on it. Who knows? You never know. He doesn't want to come on the stage over here. Viking is gone, so all right, it's okay. I get it. Oh, okay. So we're gonna hear about that. Nice. There you go. That's gonna be
Bro, there ain't
interesting.
no way in hell
Oh,
I'm gonna
give me a
teach
second.
people how to multi-sig.
Now I can hear you.
They can figure out how to multi-sig themselves. That shit's so confusing.
Yeah, I don't even try to go into that. I was reading a little
I'm
bit
gonna
about
try to
it
make a
and
video. But yeah, I gotta try it a few more times to like actually like
make it work.
basically right now I can't figure out how to actually sign the signature.
Mm.
But I have figured out how to turn on multi-sig and how to turn it off.
Okay.
So if I want to do something, I can just turn off the multi-sig and then do it and then turn it back on.
Yeah. Switch on, switch on, switch on, switch on. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
that's good enough for me. So
exactly. No, that's good. That's great, man. So that's happy to hear it tonight about it. I mean, on my side, it's gonna be tonight. So that's gonna be quite interesting, guys. I would suggest you to be there.
interesting as well. Uh, this is just on like my things over here. The Cato
Mm-hmm.
3 hour through a buy, as well as the per 90 minute through a buy on Algo Master.
There
So
you go.
it is interesting just seeing some of the bots that are starting to flip long.
Yeah.
Um,
We was talking about that
but they are
yesterday,
all at
2 days ago,
resistance.
Kato.
So
Yeah, so holding the freaking 102, 103 line. A little bit too perfect and sweep it. Nice. Nice. Yeah. I've been mentioning bots as well, like mine per yeah, mine per stopped on the short. So now I'm waiting for the long signal. That's gonna be great. And packs, yeah, I manually enter it, but that's fine. They're gonna I guess they're gonna yeah, they will fire a new one. So that's gonna be additional to that one. So yeah, there is some positivity on that one as well. Great. Baby, it's a nice one. It's running perfectly as well. I don't have that many bots, but Eagle have a little bit more. Just a little bit. So that's quite interesting as well to dive into that and wake up with massive profits on the side. So if you guys don't attempt those streams, then I would suggest you to do that, because automatization is really freaking good, especially with the ALGO Master, the new one version what we have. So that one is really great. We updated the TPs on that one, so more frequent we're gonna have the TPs on it and re-entries as well on the longer trades. So that's great stuff. And of course, we need to mention our new indicators as well. We have some nice new indicators. Go and have a look on them for the TradFi suite and volatility suite. So both of them are super great, interesting stuff to look and go through. We will make a video about them, how to set them, how to read them, and how to use them technically as well, both of them. So that's coming, but we need to have some little bit more time with it to play around and to settle them and to understand them as well, and how to use them eventually in new strategy. But they are really good. TradFi is definitely great one. I will make as well one extra metric bundle on that one, just because there is a lot of things that that are really useful to see and to have it as an oscillator based. So that's great stuff. So go and have a look on them, play around, just click around. You cannot break anything on it, don't worry. You still can reset it, and yeah, it's interesting stuff what they build building on the side. And ALGO Master is updated, so you should all have it. Check it if in your indicator section, if you have them, play around. If you don't have them, relog on your or switch off your trading view and then come back, or reload your tab, right? That's one of the things how you can refresh the update coming into trading view. If you don't have that afterwards, let us know in the indicator section, please. Or bots, you say they work, bro. To say they work, it's literally really softly put it in. Like they freaking work. They that's just like money printing on the side without even doing anything. Much drawdown on them. I mean, of course, there always is. There are some ups and downs on it, but for the long term, bro, ask Eagle. Eagle can say like how many bots he have running, and he's generating money like water. You should. So what I would suggest you to do, just enter one of the Eagle's streams about the bots, and you will see his planning, his even spreadsheet, the journal, what he's keeping on it. So you can see how much money he's making either way on them, and what he's setting down. So he will tell you everything about it. So that's really, really good. I think for this previous stream. I mean, yeah, you can watch this previous stream, that's fine, but I would suggest you to be live when he's streaming. Well, let me find the mentor Eagle. Where are you? Right here. So here is his previous stream one, right? The 19. Yeah, that's from yesterday. So that's gonna be the previous one, and the next one's gonna be next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday, right, Eagle? Yeah. So then go to his stream when he's gonna be live and talk to him and see what he's doing and how he's doing that. Because rewatching is fine, but you will not get like the most information what you want to be, because that's gonna be a little bit outdated as well, I guess. But it's fine to get the hang of it. and understand how he's working with it and what he's doing. And you can do it on two ways, like use the Algo Master for window trading or for Hyperliquid as well. So I'm a little bit keen on Hyperliquid, but he's more keen on window trading. And both are great, both. And window trading is a little bit better because you can manage them tweak them really in details, right? However you want it. Yeah, so then you know. But yeah, have a look on it because that's gonna help you, man. But that's really incredible. It's a little bit work to put into it to set it up. But yeah, you need to put some work on it, right? To understand it, how it works and why it's working like that. And then you need to know how to tweak them. And just let them run and you will see like literally profits making skyrocketing. Yeah. So that's then you are fine with it. So you should be fine with his explanations as well and how he set it up. You can talk with him as well. You can take one-on-one with him as well if you need it. To deep dive into it or to build it up however you want to help you with it. So yeah. Yeah, daily. I'm looking for retails of daily and then see if we're gonna hold that. If so, then yeah, we might bounce higher. But then the next resistance is still lovely stupid VIP over here. If we're not gonna go lower to February. But yeah. I suggest you, I mean, I would like to see the retails of the daily and then grind higher through the weekend. So yeah, bots are really, really interesting and great for a sideways project to start with it and then build it up as your main. That's the future, right? Yeah, London did, yeah. Yeah, but still 4 hour, we still could do that on New York. So let's see. Interesting stuff. And looking by, for example, hype. Yeah, hype is going a little bit lower. If hype start to break down, right? So keep in mind, guys, just on the side, try to have a look on hype and Bitcoin at the same time. Like if hype start to break lower than 35 and we start to create new lows, I have a feeling I'll always when I see that Bitcoin might follow. I mean, not really follow high, but do the same later in the time, right? If hype start to regain and go higher, then Bitcoin will do that as well, and vice versa, right? As well, if Bitcoin start to do some big things, right, and start to regain highs and go higher and start to pump, then hype will do that the same. They are quite going next to each other as sentiment. DeFi. Oh, you can do that as well. Yeah, yeah. Mainly trade in a year or so. Yeah. So yeah, great stuff, guys. If you have any questions, anything that you want me to look at. So remember, today is a big day for Hyperliquid information stream from Zeus. That's great to have a look what's going on over there, and to have it as well. I'm trading on Hyperliquid as well quite heavily lately. Happy about it. And then the next stream next week from Ego, it's gonna be quite interesting as well about the bots. So please attempt those ones, just to have some information how it works and see if you like it or not. I suggest you to do that because that's gonna make your life much more easier. Believe me. And it's quite nice to wake up for with big profits on the side while you are sleeping. That's really something special to have. Not often you're gonna see that. And by saying hype might go lower, the way that we've been that high on 1 hour, for example, it's been on the top over here. So if we start to retrace quite heavily, we might see some lower price action on it because we still didn't retest that freaking weekly on a high time frame. That's crazy. Oh yeah, or even June. I don't mind. Oh yeah, it looks like, but let's see how that's gonna be. But keep in mind it might be volatile a little bit day as well today, just because it's the last day of the week. Yesterday wasn't market wasn't open, so yeah, we might see some shenanigans going on as well. Who knows what they're gonna do, what they want to do, how they want to trap us, right? This looks positive on total 3. That's great. Dixie, yeah, it still wants to go a little bit higher in fortune, so let's see. This, some of them are looking quite okay, but there is some room to run, but overheated eventually on the daily. So if we start to retrace, then let's see how deep they're gonna go. This didn't even happen. I don't know why it's even here, but on Google Meta, everything on it's quite overheated on the daily. So there is some need for pullback on some of them as well. Cool. But dominance as well. Keep in mind that if we start to go higher and regain that, then yeah, there's nothing to say that Bitcoin might follow and go either way for the all-time high, and alts will wait a little bit longer for a move. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Anyhow, then I will leave you here. Have a good weekend. Enjoy. Touch some grass as well. Take some time off from the charts. That's always important to think about yourself, your family, and the time off. And then I will see you next week. Remember, from the next week, that's going to be the 23rd. Yeah, that's Monday. Yeah, from Monday, we start to get some numbers in. Oh, Powell testamentary as well. Nice. Always good to have that. Another one. Cool. Some goods orders coming in as well. PCI numbers. So there is some things going on next week. Might be volatile as well. So keep that in mind as well if you start to prepare for bigger movements or either way. All right. Keep that in mind, please. Anyhow, I wish you a great weekend. Enjoy it, and I will see you Sunday on my own stream, I guess, if people are interested. Have a good one. Thank you very much. See you on the flip side. Bye.